The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, when you will have entered into the land of your habitation, which I will give you, and you make an offering to the Lord, as a holocaust or as a victim, paying your vows, or as a voluntary offering of gifts, or in your solemnities, burning a sweet odor to the Lord, whether from the oxen or from the sheep. Whoever immolates the victim shall offer a sacrifice of fine wheat flour, the 10th part of an ephah, sprinkled with oil, which shall have the measure of the 4th part of a hin. And he shall give the same measure of wine, poured out as libations, whether as a holocaust or as a victim. With each lamb and each ram, there shall be a sacrifice of fine wheat flour, of 2/10, which shall be sprinkled with 1/3 part of a hin of oil. And he shall offer the same measure, 1/3 part of wine, for the libation, as a sweet odor to the Lord. Yet truly, when you will offer, from the oxen, a holocaust or a victim, in order to fulfill your vow or for peace-offering victims, you shall give, for each ox, 3/10 of fine wheat flour, sprinkled with oil, which has the measure of 1/2 of one hin. And the wine, poured out as libations, shall be of the same measure, as an oblation of most sweet odor to the Lord. So shall you do. For each ox, and ram, and lamb, and young goat, both natives and sojourners, shall offer sacrifices by the same rituals. There shall be one precept and one judgment, as much for yourselves as for newcomers to the land. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, when you will arrive in the land which I will give to you, and when you will eat from the bread of that region, you shall separate the first fruits to the Lord from the foods that you eat, just as you separate the first fruits of your threshing floors. So also shall you give the first fruits of your cooked grains to the Lord. And if, through ignorance, you neglect any of these things, which the Lord has spoken to Moses, and which he has commanded through him for you, from the day that he began to command and thereafter, and if the multitude will have forgotten to do it, then they shall offer a calf from the herd, a holocaust as a most sweet odor to the Lord, and its sacrifice and libations, just as the ceremonies ask, and a he-goat for sin. And the priest shall pray for the entire multitude of the sons of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, because they did not sin willfully. Nevertheless, they shall offer incense to the Lord for themselves, and for sin, as well as for their error. And it shall be forgiven all the people of the sons of Israel, as well as the newcomers who sojourn among them, for it is the culpability of all the people through neglect. But if one soul will have sinned by not knowing, he shall offer a 1-year-old she-goat for his sin. And the priest shall pray for him, because he sinned unknowingly before the Lord. And he shall obtain pardon for him, and it will be forgiven him. One law shall be for all who sin by ignorance, as much for natives as for newcomers. Yet truly, the soul who commits any of these acts through arrogance, whether he is a citizen or a sojourner, because he has rebelled against the Lord, shall perish from among his people. For he has despised the word of the Lord, and he has nullified his precept. For this reason, he shall be destroyed, and he shall bear his iniquity. And it happened that, when the sons of Israel were in the wilderness, and they had found a man collecting wood on the day of the Sabbath, they brought him to Moses and Aaron, and to the whole multitude. And they enclosed him in a prison, not knowing what they should do with him. And the Lord said to Moses, Let that man be put to death, let the entire crowd crush him with stones, outside the camp. And when they had led him out, they overwhelmed him with stones, and he died, just as the Lord had instructed. The Lord also said to Moses, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall tell them to make for themselves hems at the corners of their cloaks, placing in them ribbons of hyacinth, so that, when they see these, they may remember all the commandments of the Lord, and they may not follow their own thoughts and eyes, fornicating in various ways. But instead, they, being more mindful of the precepts of the Lord, may do them and may be holy to their God. I am the Lord your God, who led you away from the land of Egypt, so that I may be your God.